Hey, my name is Rickson from RBX Results, but that doesn't really matter, and that's probably not the reason why you clicked. What I'm going to be showing in this video is the flaws of the top people ranking in their local search terms. And I'm not saying this to help them concrete their spot. I'm saying this because if you're a local business owner, that you're able to beat people at the top and get there yourself, even if you're on page like 3. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get there overnight, but what I am saying is that it is beatable if you spend your time into this. So no matter who you are, if you're an agency looking to learn how to do SEO, if you're somebody who's just interested in SEO, or if you're a local business owner that's looking to grow your business, I'd say this video is probably going to be immensely valuable out of it. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get something insightful out of it. So let's go right into the video. So right now, this is for Painter Leads UK, and the first person at the spot when I searched this up was G Swales Painter and Decorator Ltd. And so they have 63 reviews, and right off the bat, these first couple of people are beating this business with 248 reviews, which shows, first point, which shows that reviews aren't the only factor when it goes into local SEO. There are other factors that go into it. Now, I'm not saying reviews aren't a factor. I'm not saying that. I actually ask clients to get reviews, get recent reviews when it comes to this. When it comes to this, and get reviews coming through, especially if they're recent. So these guys have 57 photos. They have their address here. They have their Facebook page for appointments. They have, yes, 63 reviews. The web results. All right, maybe we might look into citations. Yeah, we'll look into citations. The profile is the Facebook page. All right, let's look at their website. So their website is G Swales Painting and Decorating Services. That seems to be their headline. They have not really their address. So, all right, so when it comes to like the footer or the header, you want something on every page that shows 3 things: name, address, phone number. It's called the NAP. So your business name, your address, and your phone number. And you want all 3 of these to be congruent with the ones on the Google business profile. So their address that's here, I suggest changing that to this address here, because basically you're telling Google that this is actually your website. And then 4558, I'm pretty sure that's their phone number. And then if we look at the footer, yes, same address. All right, yes, they even have their Facebook page. They have their business name down here, okay? I'd suggest trying to make it the exact same and congruent as to what's on their profile. And then, okay, all right, let's look at now the back end of not really a backend, but like the code of their website, because this is how we see the website, and then the machine sees the website like this, okay? And what we're going to be looking at here is this thing called the title tag. All right, let's go to title tag. So their title tag is G Swales Painters and Decorators, which again isn't the exact same as the one on the profile. Again, you want to try and make it congruent, and it says they're painters, but it doesn't really say where they're located. You want to make sure you're telling Google where you're located as well. So G Swales Painters and Decorators, you probably want to make it again the same as your business profile. So G.Swales Painter and Decorator Ltd, your local painters in Leeds, something like that. Or like best painters in Leeds. If you're looking for Painter Leeds or painters near me, this is the place to be. Or G.Swales Painter and Decorator Ltd is the place to be. Something like that, with that. And then now, second thing that we're going to look at is this thing called the H1 tag. So they don't have a H1 tag. H1 tag is usually the header, so it'd probably be this. This would be the header. Now, I'm not sure what they made their website with. It might have been WordPress. But it should be pretty decently easy to implement that and say that that's a H1 tag. And in the H1 tag, it would probably be like your local painter in Leeds, something like that. Basically, you want the overall concept here is you want to be relevant. You want to be relevant for the person searching. So if you're looking to rank higher for Painter Leeds, you want to be relevant to Google so that Google shows you for Painter Leeds. So it makes sense to evolve your website around being a painter in leads, like that. Okay, and then what we're going to also look at is see if they have service pages. Now it seems like they have portfolio, testimonials, they're in about section. All right, so they have a service page. I don't think these are clickable though. No, these are not clickable. So another thing that you could do is build out service pages. So these service pages would be the same ones that are also on the Google Business profile. Of course, if there's duplicates, make it the same, or like don't make it confusing. So those would be clickable, and the structure of how the link would be, it'd be /services and then be /painter, and then it could be /wallpapering leads, like that. And then that would go to wallpapering leads. And then you'd have a solid 1,500 to 2,500 word page. You can use AI for that. I mean, I'm not saying don't use AI. Feel free to use AI about that. And building that out shows Google, it's like, oh, well, they actually offer this service. They're actually a painter in leads. So yeah, that's another thing that you can implement in that. Okay, and then let's look at their citations. So citations, all right, let me just quickly cover what citations are. It's basically other websites pointing to your business. I'll give a quick example. Toyota, and most car brands actually have this. Toyota is a trustable and credible brand from Google, okay? They have a navigation system that if you have an address, you're able to make your business aware of on that navigation system. So because they're trusted and credible, it shows Google that you're also trusted and credible, and you want to build these out. You want to get many of these. And if you have a decently broad citation profile, also another thing that you want to prevent with citations is other businesses pointing to your business. You don't want that because it's a different name. It's going to be a different address. It's going to be a different phone number. It's going to be different. It's a different business. So you want to try and prevent that, and having a broad range of citations that Google indexes and shows that that's actually your business. All right. So they have, all right, these guys, they have Trust Guide. All right. Good. It seems like showing just their business. Cyclex UK. Yes. All right. Yes. Okay. Yes. 3 best rated. All right. This good. I think it's showing that. Okay. I'm not sure if these are actually them. Maybe. But it seems like because they have a broad range and there's not other businesses pointing to that definitely helps with that. It's not confusing Google. You want to keep it simple for Google. You want to show Google, hold on. You want to keep it simple for Google. You want to show Google that you're a painter in leads and that this is actually your business and that you're a credible and trustable business for that. That's how it is. All right, let's go to the next. Here we go, these guys. We're going to go to Landscaper, Sunshine Coast. All right. So first people that showed up when I searched this up was Livingscape, Landscape Design and Construction. 23 reviews. Again, this guy's beating, like the guy right below him, 34 reviews. But if they can get even more reviews coming through, definitely can help. Okay. All right. So they have their address here. Okay. Hours, phone number, 545, appointments. Yeah. Okay. Also, what I would have done from these other guys here is I probably would have changed this appointments page to their contact us page. They have a contact us page. So I would change that to this. That's what I would change it to, contact us. I mean, your Facebook page is already attached to it. But yeah, going back to it, seems because these guys, if you were to click this, they would go to like a get quote section with that. So yeah, okay. Yes, talk to us today. Okay, good. Okay, yes. And then, all right. So, website, 10 photos. Okay, how many photos do you guys have? 68. Wow, all right. I'd say try and get to 25 to 30 photos. That's what I suggest is when another regular thing that I ask from clients is I make a Google Drive and I ask clients to just put them in there. Basically, so I can add it. If they also want to add it, they can also add it. But try and get to 25 to 30 photos. If you can get even more, try and get even more. Of course, relevant to their business or relevant to your business with that. They have 10 photos. More photos, I'd say, probably the better in that. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. All right. So we have Puckin, Parade, Mooloolaba, Queensland, 4557. Okay. Straight off the bat, you can look here. Different address. Kunda Park. I'd say you probably want to make that the same as before. Again, same as before. And then 545. Yes. Okay. Good. Monday to Sunday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Is that the same? Let's see. Okay, good. Yes, good. Also, related to business hours, if somebody searches up your relevant search term and you're open, Google is likely to rank you higher than people that are closed. Now that goes same for vice versa. If you're closed and somebody's open, Google is likely to rank you lower than the person that is open. Again, why? It goes back to the same, to relevance. Because Google wants to show relevance. People are searching for leads, painter leads, and they want to show people that are open so that they're able to give businesses that are able to fulfill the role. And if you're open, you're able to fulfill the role more. All right. So now I'm not saying to make your business 24/7. It's not what I'm saying. But you could extend your hours. All right. It's good that it's congruent here. Monday, Sunday, 6 a.m. Good. All right. Yes, ABN. All right. Info. Yes. All right. Yeah. Services. These pages. They're not pages. It's just an image. When just click it. We transform. All right. What they could do is since this is all like their services, you make them clickable. And like I was talking about before, you go to Painter. And then it would be /outdoor entertaining areas, Sunshine Coast. Like that. It'd go to that, and then it would be that, and then you just ask AI to build a 1,500 to 2,500 word description on that. So, I mean, because it's showing Google that you actually do these services, that you're actually a painter in the Sunshine Coast. So that could definitely help. All right, and then, let's look at their home code, or like their page source. Okay, all right, let's look at their title tag. What's their title tag? Their title tag, do they have it? Yes, okay, over here. All right, it is Livingscape, Landscape Design, and Construction, Sunshine Coast. Okay, that's not bad. But it's their business name, which is good, same business name, Livingscape Landscape Design Group. Landscape Design and Construction. Okay. And then Landscape Design and Construction, yes, it's the same. And then I would say putting my usual formula for this is best plus category plus city name. And then again, the myth is that 60 characters or less is better for SEO. It's not. You can blast that thing. And it's just truncates. That's basically it. So just doing like best plus city, best plus category. And then if the categories is different from your search term, plus the search term, plus city name. And then if you're looking for enter keyword or enter keyword near me, then Livingscape, Landscape Design and Construction is the place to be. Something like that. That's the usual formula. So if you want to write that down, feel free to write that down. H1 is making the most out of your outdoors. That tells Google nothing. That doesn't tell Google anything. Again, it's the headline. You want to tell Google that you're a painter in the Sunshine Coast. So making the most of your outdoors, your local painter in Sunshine Coast. Easy, simple. Like that. Or if you're doing for a specific search term like wallpapering Sunshine Coast, your local painter for wallpapering Sunshine Coast. Like that. Easy, simple. And then you could probably add that to that, or you could just replace it with that. I don't think that does much. This doesn't do much. All right, let's look at their... All right, I already looked at that. Okay, let's look at their citations then. All right, so it seems like they show up. They're in Yellow Pages, One Flare. They even have an Apple podcast. All right, True Local. Yep. All right. They even have Pinterest. Yeah. Okay. I think it's the same thing for the other guys that were ranking number one because they have such a broad citation profile. Sorry. Google is able to helps ranking them with that. So, I mean, if you're able to have a broad citation profile, now I'm not saying just have a broad citation profile. It can help if you don't have the other things, but I'd say just do everything. Like the Google Business Profile optimization, the website optimization, and then adding the citations. I use paid software for citations. I use LeadSnap, and I also work with the businesses itself to go on local directories because not all paid softwares go on local directories as well. All right. So those are the main things. Yes, making sure. All right. So I'm not sure how many flaws, but it seems like they still have flaws, like their address. We can look at the schema is just schema. They have schema. It seems like they're working with a marketing agency at the moment. They have a Google tag right here. So it seems like they're running Google. All right. Google Ads. Local business. Yes, 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 yes. Yep. Okay. Park and Parade. Mobile bar. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes. That looks like a fine schema code. You could probably find websites to make a schema code on that. Okay. All right. Oh, they have more schema codes. That's a lot of schema codes. I don't know. Yeah. Like video object, product. Okay. All right. Yes. All right. And then now we're going to look at chiropractor, Adelaide. Last one. So we've got Great Southern Chiropractic Adelaide CBD, located in William Grenfell Centre. Address. Okay. Phone number ending 1200. I have a website. Yes. 147 reviews. Okay. Again, being beaten. These guys are all being beaten. 12 reviews over here, beating 239 reviews. Okay. So there you go. 15 photos. Again, if you get more photos, try and get more photos. Of course, relevant to your business. Ones that you preferably took. Okay. All right. All right. Now let's look at their website and then we can look at their page source. Okay. Eliminate pain, enhance performance. Okay. Resources, contacts. Doesn't seem like they have an appointments thing. It's pretty easy to implement, like an appointments, just the bookings, and then you just add like the contact page. Okay. Yes, I don't know. Maybe those Thursdays closed. Is that good? Thursday closed. Okay. All right. Phone number 1200. Yes. Email the team. You might actually want to just change that to the actual email. I mean, it goes to office@greatsouthernchiropractic.com. Maybe just change that to the actual email showing with that. Again, if you have citations, some citations allow email to be put. Main ones are name, address, phone number though. But again, you can just change that. I have the socials here. Okay. Adding your business name on there. Like that's an image. It's not really, Google won't really check that. All right, Great Southern Chiropractic down here. Okay, but just doing copy and pasting this, putting it above, and then just doing Great Southern Chiropractic, or yeah, Great Southern Chiropractic Adelaide CBD. All right. Also, I think they added Adelaide CBD for better ranking. I wouldn't suggest that. You have a chance of actually getting your profile suspended if you like jam-pack keywords into it, or it's not your actual trading business name. So I wouldn't suggest that. And okay. Yes. All right, now let's look at the back end. So, whoa, this one's a mess. Title tag, Chiropractor Adelaide CBD. Okay, Great Southern Chiropractic. Okay. Yeah, again, same with the formula. They're not using formula, which is all good. I mean, the formula may not be known. They also have 2 title tags. You can't have 2 title tags. Like if I hover over this, it'll only show, same ones there. So yeah, you could probably remove that. That's not doing anything, I don't think. And then, yeah, again, just adding the formula, like best chiropractor in Adelaide. If you're looking for chiropractor Adelaide or chiropractor near me, then what's their business name? Great Southern Chiropractic is the place to be. something like that. All right, and then now let's look at their H1. Let's see what the H1 tag is. They don't have a H1 tag. Again, you could probably just change this. Usually the H1 tag would be this. So just that would be the H1 tag, and then I would make it more direct, telling Google that you're a chiropractor in Leeds, and telling the people when they hop on, chiropractor. Sorry, not in Leeds. Sorry, still on the other ones. Chiropractor in Adelaide. So like eliminate pain, enhance performance. Your local chiropractor in Adelaide, something like that. Basically telling Google. With that, okay, to have schema. Schema isn't mandatory, but it's pretty easy to implement. Yes, they have schema. Okay. All right. Doesn't seem like to be a full one, maybe, but it's still there. Okay. All right. And then let's look at their citations. Okay. So they show up. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Instagram, find therapist near me, info. Okay. All right. They don't have a broad range of citations. You could probably build that using paid software and just like looking at other people. So looking at the other people, see where they're on citations, and then potentially sign up on that. So that's how that is. All right, I mean, we covered all of them, and it seems like they all have flaws. They all have flaws. And the reason I say these flaws isn't to tell them what to do and how to concrete their position. The reason I say this is because if you're a local business owner and you're ranking decently low, even the competitors have flaws, and you can implement certain things to be able to help with the ranking. And again, I'm not saying that overnight you're going to be ranking #1 if you were to implement all these things, but if you do these things slowly but surely, you can definitely help your ranking. And ranking organically can definitely help get your business on even more eyes. And if you have more eyes on your business, it has a higher chance of getting more clients, getting more calls, and getting more bookings, which is probably what you want if you're a local business owner. Now, if you're a chiropractor in Adelaide, if you're a landscaper in the Sunshine Coast, if you're a painter in Leeds, feel free to take this, feel free to use this, and have that. But also, if you're not looking to do this yourself, if you're not looking to spend the time into this, if you're not looking to go into all the technical details of that, and if you're just looking to be a chiropractor, if you're just looking to be a landscaper, if you're just looking to be a painter and not go into all this SEO stuff, I don't mind doing it for you, taking it off your plate. I can do this stuff. I help local business owners get their business onto the first page within give or take 90 days. And if I don't, I'll fully refund them. That's my offer. That's my guarantee. So it's kind of like a win-win offer in that. So look, if you're a local business owner looking to do that, I don't mind sending over a completely free video that goes over 3 things for your specific business to help get that ranking. It's completely free. There might be a link in the description about that will go to my website to fill out a form. If not, feel free to go on to either Instagram or X and just DM me the words GMB and then the word, sorry, it's 3 letters. Just DM me GMB and then we can get in contact about that. We can go from that. I appreciate you watching this. If you watched all the way through, it's about a 23-minute video. I appreciate, or over 23, just under 24. Not the entire video. I appreciate you watching this. Sorry. I appreciate you watching this. I hope this was insightful for you. Feel free to take these things. Feel free to implement them. Feel free, if you wrote down notes, use those notes. Again, if you're not looking to do this yourself, if you're a local business owner, if you're looking to rank higher, I mean, as proven, these 3 top people even have flaws. So, again, I appreciate you and your time. I thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're watching this.